Hey everybody, my name's Tim Boone and my lovely wife, Claire Boone. She is actually the creator of MummyDeals.org, and she's just going to go ahead and share a little bit of our testimony, our story of how it all began and what we are doing right now. So take it away, baby.
Hey guys, thanks babe. So yeah, I did not grow up in America. In fact, I grew up in the north of England in a place called Yorkshire, and I came over to America in 1998, where I actually met that guy that just talked to you. I met Tim during the summer, and we fell in love pretty quickly. In fact, within 24 hours of our first going on a date together, I called my mom and dad. I'm like, hey, I've met the guy I'm going to marry. And so we have been happily married since 1999. We settled into the Chicagoland suburbs, and 3 years after being married, we were taken overseas to be missionaries over in Thailand, where we were at for 3 years over there, and we just really enjoyed it and left part of our heart back on the missions field. But coming back to America was twofold. First of all, I wanted to get my citizenship in America, and we also wanted to start having kids. So in 2008 we were blessed with Isaac. In 2010 Chase came along, and in 2016 we got our little princess, and Gabriella came along. But what I found when I first had Isaac was that, first of all, I knew how to clip coupons. I knew how to get great deals on things. In fact, I got diapers for 20 cents a pack, and a lot of my girlfriends at that point were amazed at what I'd done. Like, how did you manage to do this? And I'm like, my coupon ninja tricks, you know? So what I did was I decided I wanted to teach them, because they were all, of course, begging me at that point to teach them. And so I started talking to my friends and family, and hence Mummy Deals was born. And I started teaching people how to meal plan, how to live within a budget, how to cut corners, and to, you know, skip some things so you can live better lives. In fact, the moral of Mummy Deals was there's a difference in living and living well. And that's truly became everything that I did over that time. The thing is, though, is what happened to us was not great. And so in 2007, Tim formed his own company, and he was a floor installer. He's really good at his job. But the thing is that in 2008, you guys know, the economy tanked. And so people couldn't pay their mortgages, let alone get a floor guy out to come and solve their flooring issues. And so we found that all of a sudden, it was like a feast or famine thing. I decided to stay home with Isaac, and here he was some days without jobs, and he'd be home too. No jobs meant no paycheck. And very quickly we realized we were going to have to dissolve the company. We went from dissolving a company to where we basically weren't getting any money or any help out from the government. We weren't getting unemployment. We weren't even able to qualify for that. So we went from very little money to zero money for about 6 months. After that, he found another job, but now he's underemployed. And you guys, some of you can relate to that. He was underemployed for 6 months. So for 1 year, we had this really difficult situation. And guys, I had just had a baby, and I was crazy hormonal and knew that this was not a good situation. Fast forward years later, and because of that year and because of that time in our lives, after he found a great job, we were now in an incredible amount of debt, because when we needed to buy diapers, we put it on credit cards. I knew it wasn't the best thing to do, and yet I just didn't know what else to do. We found ourselves in all this debt because of that. Fast forward back to 2014, and we were sitting on the couch one day, and I'm bawling my eyes out. I'm just so emotional about this. Like, how are we ever going to be able to pay off this debt? And there was a couple of things I was like, how are we ever going to be able to take my kids to England and see my hometown? How are we ever going to be able to afford to take the kids to Disney? And how are we ever going to be able to afford to sponsor a child in a foreign country that has no money? We just didn't even know the answers to this. So I'm bawling, and Tim's praying, and together we're like this crazy picture of a mess. You guys, that week somebody reached out to me, somebody I don't even know very well on Facebook, a Facebook acquaintance, said to me, hey, listen, Claire, I really want to tell you about what's happening in my life. She's like, I know you're a crunchy mom and you like natural solutions to things. I know you've got kids. I've been using these Young Living essential oils for a few months now, and they really work. They're really helping out my emotions. I feel less stressed. I'm getting through the day easier with the kids, and they're sleeping better at night. And not only that, but I'm making over $1,000 a month doing this. Well, of course, the money perked my ears up, because I'm like, we need cash, and we need it like yesterday. And so Tim came home from work that day, and I said to him, hey, listen, I think I might have found a solution to our problems. And of course, first words out of his mouth, how much is it going to cost me? And when I told him I could get into this business for less than $200, he's like, all right, babe, just do it. Let's just really try this. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? okay? The worst that could happen is within our first month of doing this, we had made over $800. We have never seen a check lower than that. The second month of doing this business, we made $2,100. We have gone on to where within 9 months of starting this business, we made a full-time income. And we have never looked back. Even through my pregnancy with Gabriella, I was able to not work as much on this, and yet I still saw a check coming in every month because of the benefits of residual income. We are so thrilled with everything that's happened to us that we've gone from this frugal living family to where we have a little bit more income and we can be free. But not only that, we can bless more people. Our goal was always a couple-fold. It was always to be able to pay off our own debt and help others do the same thing. So at the end of 2016, we paid off all our debt. I know, right? Crazy. I mean, you guys, it was like a ton of debt. We paid off all our debt, and not only that, but we were able to bring Tim home from work, which was one of our goals all along. We wanted him home more often. I homeschool, and we wanted him around with the kids on a daily basis, and that's been the joy of our journey. But not only that, we've been able to see other people get helped out with their finances, get helped out with their debt, and other people who walk in the same journey with us find freedom too. I'm so excited to share this story with you guys of how Mommy Deals went from frugal to free, that we really free and alive in our finances. We feel free and alive in daily basis, and we feel free and alive because we can share it with other people. I would love to share this more with you, and if you're interested in joining and getting on our next webinar, all you got to do is click the link below and that'll take you to it, okay? For more information on the Young Living Compensation Plan, check out www.youngliving.com/IDS. Until the next time, guys, can't wait to see you around. Check out our travels and join our journey. Come with us. Let's join our journey together. Let's go together from frugal to free.